CBS News contributor Bob Schieffer has covered 9 presidents, including one who was impeached and another who resigned. He's with us from Washington. Bob, good morning.
Good morning, Gayle.
I know you watched this as well, and let's just first talk about just the simple headline of what happened yesterday. The former FBI director who has served Republicans and Democrats accusing the President of the United States of lying about him and the FBI. Historic.
It was extraordinary. I mean, I guess there's nothing new under the sun. I was around here back when President Nixon made that famous speech on television and said, the American people need to know your president is not a crook. I thought I would never hear a president say something like that. And then fast forward to yesterday, I'm watching you and Gayle and Charlie cover this special report. And here's Charlie, and right across the screen is a graphic that says, the president is not a liar, which was quoting Sarah Huckabee there. I mean, who would imagine that we would see something like this in American life? But this is where we are right now.
The interesting thing, Bob, is they say it's just really beginning. Bob Woodward's here and he said only 5%. We only know 5 to 10% of what we ought to know or what we will know about the Russian probe.
You know, my general rule is when things look pretty bad, from what we know, it's usually worse. That's generally been my observation in watching these things over the years. But this is extremely serious. I mean, the Russians, there's no question, the Russians meddled in our election process. They're trying to destroy our faith in our institutions. And you say, can that be right? Yes. All you have to do is look at what's going on in Central Europe. This is now the Kremlin playbook. They don't drive tanks across the borders anymore. It's a lot cheaper to use cyber, to bribe local officials, to disrupt elections, to arrest and silence the media. This is what the Russians are doing right now. And one hopes is as we move through this investigation, we'll begin to understand that, because we have to start making preparations now for how do we defense against this in 2018 when the next election comes along. This is serious business, and I do not know one single person who deals in foreign policy or national security right now who does not think the Russians did and tried to disrupt this election.
I'd like to know your take, though, Bob, on the overall hearing. Team Trump says that he was vindicated. They want to move forward with his agenda. Others say that Mr. Comey was professional, that he was passionate, that he was calm and poised under fire. Was there a winner or a loser here, in your opinion?
No, but what's interesting here, I mean, we'll decide. I mean, the public will decide if there was a winner or a loser, because it comes down to, do you believe former Director Comey, or do you believe the president's lawyer? And frankly, what's happened here is the White House team has simply taken the line, none of it happened. It's all a lie. And it's down to a he said, he said. Now, here's what's going to happen. The special counsel is going to continue this investigation. He does have subpoena power. I take it from yesterday when the White House denied that the president said any of this. To me, that says there are no White House tapes. If there were tapes, there are not tapes anymore. But I think that's one thing we can draw from this.
Bob, I keep thinking and watching all this, it's more than just about who's winning and losing. It's about the integrity of institutions, the integrity of the White House, the integrity of the FBI, independent people, public servants who spend their entire life not making a lot of money, but making an okay living in service to their country and their reputation.
Well, again, this is what the Russians are doing, not just here, but around the world. They have figured out how to use cyber, how to go in and bribe local officials in countries across Europe, how to make sweet financial deals and loans to people in these Central European countries, entrepreneurs. And before you know it, they have taken over the country. And that is what is so serious about all this. And that is what we have to focus on. And one hopes that as the special counsel is able to delve into more of what actually happened here, that this will become something that will make the public aware of what's going on. You know, we know that the Trump people were talking to the people in Russia, talking to the Russian ambassador and all that. We do not know specifically what they said, but Comey knows. And now Mueller will soon know, because there are tapes of those conversations. I think what we find from those tapes is going to determine where all this goes from here. Bottom line, this is not over.
All right, Bob Schieffer, thank you very much. Always good to see you.